Wants to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. They do appear, Jim Beglin, to be going with a 5-3-2 formation.
Well, it's an attempt, Peter, to put a solid bedrock in place and negotiate the game from there. If they can absorb what comes towards their box in the early stages, then the midfield can begin looking for more of the possession and can start thinking about a more probing influence on the contest. It all depends on keeping their goal intact, so they won't have to open up and indulge in taking risks at the other end.
And we have our very first corner. Goes for a shot! Cleared without complication. Henderson!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Bastoni clears. Out towards the flank. Ball driven. It's a mighty effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the...
And a chance! He scored! First blood drawn. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Vietnam are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for the run. That is good alertness. Scholes. Rijkaard. Driving forward. Pelé. Knocks it into space. Triol is there, and he can get that clear. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Gattuso. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front. Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space. Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. Carvajal. Now Ruben Diaz. Caceres. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed. Pelé knocks it out wide, played back in.
Now, can they get him away?
Oh, super find. And he's searching...
Shot at goal! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. And it's lofted through here. And that pass just didn't quite work. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Vieira. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he's heaved it away. And here's Batistuta, and it's Scholes. He has found the way through. And the referee brings the first half to a close. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bullet. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Neatly clipped into space. Bayer claims comfortably. Carvajal.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Rijkaard.
Roberto Carlos. Mbappe. Great vision. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Played out to the left flank. Drilled in low.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Vieira.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Carvajal.
Rijkaard.
Vietnam appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Vieira.
Plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Roberto Carlos
Going full tilt down the left. That'll be a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Pele.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Batistuta.
Pele.
Jordan Henderson. And it's Rijkaard.
Looking tidy in possession here. Gattuso.
Vieira.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Roberto Carlos.
Looking to get on the end of this. And he was alert to it.
Batistuta.
Has found the net here, of course. Now it's Mbappe. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Roberto Carlos,
Just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Pele.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Nicely weighted ball. Pele.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And here's Scholes. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well timed, excellent interception. Aimed beyond the defence. Threads one in. Takes a shot! And that has been clubbed away.
Substitution in progress.
And it's Pedri. Oh, that's neat. Can he get on the end of this? He can get that clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Little pass back. Gattuso. And that will be the final act. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, despite the
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very
Hello,
nicely
everybody,
here.
and welcome
Gorgeous,
to today's
gorgeous
match.
evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Now it's Scholes.
Oh, that is chance for a shot! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Vietnam finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. He's through and all alone! Tries a shot!
And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Rijkaard.
Is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Now he's off and running. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Now it's Pelé.
Vieira. Carvajal. And it's Cáceres. Rijkaard.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Carvajal.
Oh, that is a nice touch.
Now, can they get him away? Hangs in a cross.
And we have our very first corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Played into the box, and he shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Michael.
Gattuso. Pelé.
Good purposeful running this. Ibrahimovic was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's through, now is he in? Shot a goal! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
No, that's been intercepted.
This looks... It's Pelé!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Jordan Henderson. Carvajal. Roberto Carlos
Demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Roberto Carlos
Stood his ground strongly. Gattuso. Some resolute defending there. Now it's Pele. And it's Roberto Carlos. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Batistuta is the key defender on that occasion. Rijkaard. Ball's played through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's clever.
Batistuta.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get on the end of this? And here comes the corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Pele gets it away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Nicely aimed pass. Roberto Carlos, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Caceres. Could be danger here. He is through here. Brilliantly cut out. And we've reached half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Looking to play him in. That looks a cracking ball. Vieira. Gattuso. Vieira. And he's in on goal. And the counter is on. And this is Pele.
Batistuta.
Chance here to counter. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he's managed to get rid. Pele has given away a free kick. And it's Puyol, looking for options for movement. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, easy pickings there. He's having a shot!
Batistuta.
Now it's Pele, and he was quick to react. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. Oh, nice touch. Over to the other side. Roberto Carlos. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That's an imaginative pass.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on to replace him is number 22, Rui Costa.
Vietnam appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
No, it's come to nothing.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Great vision.
And he welcomes it in.
Pele!
Bullet. And they win it back again.
That's been cut out, well played.
It's Rui Costa.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Gattuso pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Now it's Mbappe.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And this is Rui Costa.
Oh, well played.
And here's the chance to counter.
It's played through for him.
And he's got the... And the shot! Yes! And they are cruising away.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Gattuso. He won't be happy with that one.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos. He's got away. Skims one in. Cleared without complication.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal.
And he's managed to get free.
No, he's not getting his way this time.
Vieira.
And it's Maicon.
Aimed beyond the defence.
Chooses to go back.
Gattuso.
Oh, that's a clever-looking ball.
Dyer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Ambitious ball here.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Triol.
And that's it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Pele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
What
are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions.